Hey everyone, hope you're well. It is already into June. It's feels like summer's come so quickly here in Canada. That's how it goes. It's like winter and then it's summer and then it's winter again so fast. But anyway, I guess I won't start talking about that. You're here for my May earnings. A little bit late, but life's been busy. Work has been super busy, and sometimes it gets out of control. And it's in a phase right now where things are just like completely overwhelming. So I haven't had much time actually, but I want to get this one in, and especially before the end of June here, because the June report's going to be coming up shortly. So let's just dive right in, starting at my lowest earning sites, moving up to my better earning sites, and I'll give you a hint that this past May was not the best month. It wasn't bad, but you're going to see that my earnings have dropped now for 2 months consecutively. So with that in mind, let's talk about my sites. Archangel, I had zero earnings on Archangel. I have started uploading a bit more there. I don't know though. I've talked about this 100 times, but I do keep uploading. I look at it. If it gets rejected, I switch it over to my other accounts. So it's all good. We'll see what happens with it. But we'll see. Next site, Photo for Me. I actually hadn't logged in there forever. I've had no sales there for a long time. I don't really upload there much either. Just don't do it. So I'd be curious to know if anyone else that follows this channel is submitting photographs to Photo for Me, the print-on-demand site. And if you're not sure what that is, I'll put a link in the bottom so you can go check it out. But yeah, it's print on demand. It's primarily UK. I don't sell much there, very rarely actually. So yeah, like I said, I'd love to hear what you guys have as an experience for that site. The next site that I'm going to talk about is Pond 5. It's not working for me these days. I had 4 image sales, and the total value of those 4 sales was only $1.73. So might as well have not sold anything. $1.73 is not very good. Pond 5 has just limped along the last little while after being pretty good for a while. I don't know if this is, we're starting now to see the ripple effects of its acquisition and lack of attention. But my sales there have dropped right off, as has my interest in uploading at Pond 5. So see what happens with that. Block Black Box. I had a sale in May, and I earned $5.80. I don't know what that is. I can't actually. I don't like Black. I know Black Box is pretty popular. It's a good site. There are things that I don't like about it. One of the things is the interface. I find it really challenging to figure out what's happened there as far as statistics go. So I don't even know what video files sold there or what's selling. So one sale, I don't submit there. I only have like 100, just over 100 assets up for sale via Black Box. No idea what sites have accepted them, what haven't. Just not super keen on Black Box. Deposit Photos was my next best earning site. I had 49 image sales, and that earned me $12.73. So yeah, again, not a great month. Deposit has been trending down for me for a while. I do upload, but it's an afterthought. It's not something that I prioritize when I'm uploading stuff. So $13, it's not bad. Moving on to my next site, it's Wirestock this month. I had 21 total sales. 20 of them were images, and one was a video sale there. The 20 images earned $9.11, and the one video earned $4.76. So yeah, $14 at Wirestock's a pretty decent month. Given the size of my portfolio there, and given that I don't pay the subscription fee or upload any files there and haven't for months and months and months, it just trickles away, and every now and then I get a payment from it. So that's all good. looks like I have my sites out of order. So the next site I'm going to talk about is Dreamstime. I should have brought this up earlier because my earnings there were only $9.80. So yeah, that's crappy at Dreamstime. I find that, and those are all image sales, by the way, and the max sale, like nothing earned more than 35 cents per image. So they're all low value sales. Under $10 at Dreamstime is pretty bad for me. But it seems to be getting worse. So while it has been a site I've recommended, I'm not super keen on it so much right now. Probably won't be recommending it too much. You can get sales there. It's just not great. I mean, what can I say? I have like 16,000 assets there and earn $10. So like it's just not, there's just not much, value unless you're like the most amazing photographer in the world and you're uploading crazy good assets. But even then, it's hard to know if anyone's ever going to see them. So it's just, yeah, it's just not great actually. But it is what it is, and it's spitting out a few nickels here and there. So those images will continue to persist on Dreamstime. The next site I'm going to talk about is Alamy. I had one sale in May on Alamy, and the net earnings on that was $59.93. So a good sale to earn $60 off one sale. I love it when I earn more or sell more images, but Alamy, as we all know, is a very up and down site, and it was up and down for me in the month. So, it was a low burner for me in the month. I only had the one image, and that's fine. The image that sold was a photograph of St. Mary's Catholic Church in Red Deer, Alberta, and this is what can I say? It's like a landmark building. It was designed by Douglas Cardinal, who's an architect from Canada, who's Indigenous, who's pretty famous. He's got some big buildings behind his name, like the Museum of History in Ottawa, the National Museum, and then he has a museum in Washington too. I don't know if it's a Smithsonian building or not. It's the Museum of the American Indian, I think it's called, in Washington. It was done by him as well. So he's a pretty big name as far as architecture goes. He's older now, but still alive. And yeah, it's kind of a cloudy day when I photographed that place. Probably going to head back and try to do it again sometime. So next site is Motion Array. I've uploaded a few more assets there because it has done okay. So I'm sitting at around 1,100 assets, a mix of video and photos. I had 242 downloads in May, and the total I earned on those 242 downloads was $76. So Motion Array continues to do okay. And it's a weird model. I think it's the model that Shutterstock is kind of shifting towards potentially, but where it's just people subscribe and get unlimited downloads, and then you get an allocation based on of the profit based on the number of images or assets that you've sold. It's kind of not clear how it works from a contributor perspective, like what you get versus what's sold. But my portfolio there is small, and my sales are trending up. So it's it's like it is for everything. I just make my report, and if you're interested, then go check it out. If not, then ignore it. So $76. And then as far as the asset goes, I think it was the same asset as last month. My trending asset in May was this video of a country road, the drone shot flying over a gravel road, and you can see wind turbines in the distance, a wind farm just in the distance there. And I don't know if people are buying it for the country road part of it or the wind turbines part of it, or a combination of the two, trying to get a rural kind of wind farm. But that one sells regularly, and was listed as my trending asset on Motion Array in May. Okay, the next site is iStock, and this would be my April report, I guess. I had 171 sales on iStock. That earned a total of $107.18, so a little bit lower than normal. 147 sales were photos and 24 were videos. The photos earned only $58.05, so pretty low. And the 24 videos earned $49.13. So I think my video sales is kind of normal-ish, but my photo sales dropped off quite a bit in the month. So, which is why I'm kind of more closer to 150 a month on iStock. So, which I think explains why the revenue there dropped. But regardless, the best earning asset was a video I took. A drone video I took along Center Street in Calgary, just headed towards the Calgary Tower through some office buildings. And you've seen this one before the last few months. I took a few clips, a pull in or a pull back and a zoom in or whatever you call it. I'm not sure the terms or whatever the drone pilots use, but this one has been selling constantly. You'll see it also with my Adobe report coming up in a second here. But I think the takeaway on this one, I don't know if I've ever mentioned when I've talked about it before, is that sometimes I think that the trend I've noticed in some of my aerial drone footage that's related to sort of urban stuff or stuff generally is often the stuff that's selling the best is where I'm flying in a little lower. So not super high, but often if you're right in tight with your subject, like right in between office buildings or close to your subject, filling the frame, and I'm finding that those assets are selling better for me. And so anyway, I just wanted to mention that because you might be able to take some of that back to this extent you're doing some drone footage and maybe stuff's not selling. You could look at maybe how high up or how far away you are from subjects and look at to the extent you feel comfortable coming in a little closer, flying lower, not too far above the ground and seeing if that helps out for you. So that was my iStock for the month of April. April? Yeah, April. I might have said March earlier. The report was for April, so sorry about that. Moving on to, you guessed it, Shutterstock. What did my month look like? I had 283 total sales. I had 0 video sales, so all 283 sales were photo assets. They earned me $200.09. And so I don't have to break anything down. That's super easy. The best earning photo was a shot of the town hall, city hall, old city hall in Houston. And I took it sort of in the morning when there was nobody around. So it's a pretty quiet morning. It earned $51, so it was a pretty good sale. I sold a bunch of Houston City Hall photographs on Shutterstock and also on Adobe Stock and maybe one of the other sites. So I don't know if there is something newsworthy that happened. Maybe there was an election or something, I don't know, because it was kind of interesting that a bunch of those Houston City Hall shots popped up at the same time. Could be just coincidence, or maybe it's a trend where I'm going to sell a few more of those, I don't know. But it's nice to have those sales for sure. And the last site, as it always is every month, is Adobe Stock. I had 444 total sales at Adobe Stock, and that earned me $384.98. So that's the first time I've been below 400 in ever. It breaks down to 437 images, like the images and the AI, which earned $348.96. And then I had 7 video sales, and those earned me $36.02. So yeah, it's an okay month. And the best earning video was this pullback down Center Street from the Calgary Tower, kind of revealing a couple of office towers on the side as I was pulling back. And unlike the video on iStock, which was my top earning video, that was a sort of a fly in. This one is a pullback. So I won't go into this one too much before, but I guess as much as because I talked about it a bunch before. I'll leave it at that. So that was my month on Adobe Stock. My total earnings for the month of May was $872.11. So 2 straight months below 1,000. Last month I was in the 900 range, so I've dropped now into the 800. My expectation is that as we go towards summer, revenue drops even more, which is unfortunate. So we'll see what happens. I'm still pretty happy with $872. It could be $1 million. That would be great, but that's unlikely to happen. And so I'm okay with it. And it is what it is. I am working on uploading a lot more drone footage. So I have pushed myself to actually get my drone out when I have it. I do a lot of stuff where I take my camera and my drone with me, and I leave the drone in my car. And because I don't know what it is. Sometimes I think some people are photographers first, and then some people are like videographers, drone flyers first, and they just do the one, and they don't even think to do the other. And I'm one of those people that it's like I just don't get my drone out, and I'll have it, and I'm really like, I'll just sit there and I'll think, yeah, I have to unfold the wings and pop the little cap off the camera and start it and fly it, and that's a pain in the ass. So then I don't do it, and I don't get as much satisfaction out of it. I don't. Once the novelty of flying it kind of wears off, it's kind of like, for me, it's kind of less interesting than taking pictures for whatever bizarre reason. But I am 100% committed to forcing myself and getting myself into the habit and into the process of doing actual drone videos more often for stock and uploading them. And I did that, and I've been trying to take more pictures with my drone too, putting it up and actually switching between video and photo mode so that I can do video footage and also photographs and get more aerial photographs up as a way to generate more income. And part of that I'm inspired by, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Hugo's channel. He's a European guy who is putting up Microstock video content on primarily aerial, and he's making pretty good money and doing a great job and has a great channel. So I recommend that you check that out. I'll put a link in my description to Hugo's channel so that you can go check his channel out, especially if you're thinking about drones as a way to make money on the stock sites. If that's something that's interesting to you, or maybe you're doing it now and not doing super well with it. Of course, he's in Europe, so it's hard to take drone footage of European stuff if you're somewhere else, and that's just the reality of it. You got to sort of do the best with what you have and find if there is value in what is in your local area, and that's with photography too. So wow, so I really I didn't mean to talk so much after this. Probably none of you have made it this far, so which is fine. Which is why I want to leave the sort of random thoughts to the end to save you from all that. But that was my month. Hope you guys are all doing well, and hope everything is great. Wherever you are, hopefully you're getting a little bit of peace, because it's a crazy world these days. Maybe it's always been, but hopefully you're well. Take care, and we'll see you on the next one. Cheers.